Hello, good evening and welcome to my review of Lancome's perfume called Poeme. That was like a bit of a newscaster then, wasn't it? Hello and good evening. This review was actually a request from one of my subscribers who's also a member of Fragrantica, and I do apologise to you, but I find it really hard to pronounce your username. I think it's Ailshalu. I'm not sure. Please come and correct me, either comment or send me a message on Fragrantica so I know. I do like to be able to pronounce things properly, but it's quite a difficult one. But this one's for you. It is an amazing perfume, so yeah, it's every right should it be reviewed quickly and not forgotten. So this perfume, Poeme, it was released in 1995. I always say in my reviews that was my kind of golden age of perfumes. That's when I thought perfumes that were made then were just amazing. I loved them. They were all quite statement perfumes and quite loud, which is how I like my perfumes to be, and this one definitely is. It's a floral oriental perfume, or sometimes called floriental for short, but because of the amount of vanilla that's in this, I would go so far as to say that it's a floriental vanilla, because it is packed with quite a lot of vanilla. Yeah, it's this is something a little bit quite different for Lancome. Their perfumes seem to be usually to me quite youthful and fun, and this is a really good example of what floral oriental should be. And there's me saying I like to pronounce things properly. I can't even speak. What's it got in it? This has a staggering 24 notes in it, so it has got a lot of stuff going on. And it's got some really interesting things that I've not seen in many other perfumes. So obviously there's stuff that's quite obscure that I'm not really sure what they smell like on their own, but I'm going to give you my best review of what I think anyway. So right, the top notes, get ready. So you've got mandarin orange, green notes, probably that's, I don't know, something quite herbal I suppose. Then you've got plum, then you've got Himalayan poppy, which is a bright blue flower, blackcurrant, datura, lime, peach and narcissus. And then the base notes are mimosa, or mimose it's called sometimes, leather, unusual, vanilla, orange blossom, freesia, jasmine, heliotrope, rose, tuberose and ylang ylang. So lots more flowers going on in there. And then the base, you've got tonka bean, amber, I had to write them down, there's so many, musk, vanilla again, it's repeated, cedarwood, orange blossom again is in the base as well as the heart, and that's it. So it's a lot, and it's basically described as like a white yellow floral. 5 of the flowers in it are white and 4 of the flowers in it are yellow, so they're kind of the main players in the perfume. So yeah, just a couple of things. Datura, apparently it's a shrub, and apparently it doesn't smell very nice at all. It's been described as kind of smelling like rancid peanut butter or burnt chocolate. I'm not sure how much of a player it is in this. I've been wearing this today all day so I could get a really good feel for it. So it's on my wrist now. I've resprayed it a few times, but I'll spray it fresh on my hand so I kind of can get both contrasts a bit. So yeah, how do I describe this? I'll spray it on my hand. This perfume to me, oh, do you know what? I haven't even shown you the box and the bottle. I do apologise. Let me go back a couple of steps. Rewind. Here's the box. Bright yellow box, Poeme. It has kind of gold bits at the side. Mine's the 50ml version. It's quite a, it's like a matte box. There's not really much shine to it. And it's an eau de parfum as well, so it's a higher concentration than an eau de toilette. The back's just got the crazy ingredients that don't make any sense because a lot of them are chemical, unfortunately. But yeah, that's that. The bottle's quite classic and nice looking. It's blue inside, and all the lid's come off because I just shoved it back in there in so much haste. Right, so here's the bottle. It's really nice actually. It's a little bit statuesque. Nice gold lid at the top. It's a funny shape, this bottle. It's kind of a bit strange, and this is going to sound weird, but from this angle I think it looks like a cobra. I don't know if you can see that, but I think it looks like a cobra head. Yeah, it says Poeme and it says Lancome in gold as well. So yeah, so my first thoughts and feelings about this perfume are it's quite alluring, and it's an exact mesh of, it smells to me like something vintage and something modern together. It has both of those vibes going on. It's like a modern day vintage perfume, if that makes any sense. The way the composition is made is, it does smell like something, like a really heavy floral from, say, the 80s or maybe even earlier, but the other stuff that's in it, like the leather and things like that, give it a sort of modern twist. So it's like, it's just if I've never smelled something that's makes me think that it's modern and vintagey at the same time. And it's quite an alluring perfume. It's quite hypnotic, and it has a slight incensey vibe with a massive kind of underlying sweetness, because vanilla is repeated in the heart and the base. It has an underlying sweetness, even though there's so much stuff going on. You can really smell like the white and yellow flowers. It smells like dainty flowers, but with a huge oriental vibe, and the oriental is what makes it kind of hypnotic. It leaves such a trail behind you. It does pack quite a punch when you first spray it, because obviously there's 24 things in it. But the things that stick out to me, obviously the vanilla, which, as I said, it starts out underlying, but when it dries, the vanilla really shows itself, and when everything else fades, it really does become very vanilla-y and sweet, and a lot more close to the skin. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's just me or if they've done something to the composition, but when I smelt this back in the 90s when it first came out, this had like a huge circumference on it, and it was so powerful. And in all honesty, I've been wearing this all day today, and I've reapplied it to myself 3 times. My nose isn't broken, I don't think. So I think I don't know if they've weakened it in some way. Maybe I'm just used to it, but it used to be a monster when I used to smell it, and now that I own it, I bought this recently, so it's obviously new stock, and I think that it just must have, I don't know, maybe it's me. Check your bottle. And I have seen it before where the liquid is much darker, so I'm not really sure. I know it's definitely real because I got it from a reputable site and everything. So I'll just say that about it as well, because it's known for having quite a monster projection. So yeah, more about the smell. It's, as I said, it's quite intoxicating, but in a good way. You know, there's something that it can be overpowering when you first spray it, but you don't mind. Well, I don't mind anyway. It does feel vintagey, like I said. I can't really smell leather in this at all, or even tuberose. I love tuberose; it's one of my favourite notes, and I don't really get it. I do feel like it has a very slight makeup vibe. Like sometimes when I smell it, I think that smells a little bit like makeup, and that sounds weird, but that's what I get from it. It's a bit strange, and the fruits are there as well, so it is quite blackcurranty and it is plummy. But as an overall smell, it just really is a floriental. It really does have that exotic-y kind of vibe to it, and it's, as I said, it's quite alluring. So it's the sort of thing that you'd want to follow somebody if they were wearing it. I've smelled it on other people before, and it leaves, just as I said, it leaves such a nice trail behind you when you walk. It's not something that's quite so overpowering. Not this one anyway. I think the old version, if there is one, must have been. But yeah, there's stuff in there that I don't know, so I can't comment on it. You know, Himalayan poppy, what an interesting note. I don't know what that smells like. I would love to be able to smell that on its own to see what it's like. There was another one as well that I saw. Oh yeah, it's the Datura. Datura, it's something that smells like rancid peanut butter or burnt chocolate. Nothing in here smells rancid, I can safely say that. It's very, very flowery, yellow and white flowers with a massive underlying vanilla tone to it. So yeah, I hope I've said enough. I mean, you could talk about this for ages because of what's in it, but it's basically like a contrast of bitter and sweet at the same time, and it's quite an assault on the senses in the best possible way. So yeah, that's my review of Poeme. A beautiful, beautiful perfume, and I already consider this a classic, and I'm glad I've got it in my perfume wardrobe. It's something that I've worn today, and I've just really enjoyed it. So yeah, there you go. That's Poeme. Thanks for watching. Bye.